In the world of law enforcement, integrity is everything. But when that trust is broken, the fall from grace is brutal. These are the moments corrupt cops realized their actions would cost them everything. First up, these cops who thought they knew it all until it all blew up in their faces.
On November 31st, Sergeant Michael Williams of Stuttgart PD was dispatched to perform a welfare check after a wife reported a heated argument with her husband, fearing he might be suicidal. However, instead of ensuring the husband's well-being, Sergeant Williams and his team began violating his rights.
So, your wife wanted us to check on you.
My wife?
Yeah. Are you going through something?
Yeah, but...
Can you put your hands out of your pocket for me? No, you're good.
Am I being detained?
No. Hey, I need you to come back over here and talk to me, though. That's a order. Hey. Sir?
Yes or no?
Sir? I'm just trying to... Listen, we're just doing a welfare check on you.
Yes. Am I being detained? Yes or no?
Not right now. I need to talk to you.
Gotta get back to work.
He don't want to talk.
When Officer Haley attempted to speak with the husband but couldn't make progress, Sergeant Michael Williams stepped in. Watch how furious he becomes, as if the husband had broken some rule simply by walking away from Officer Haley.
Well, if you're suicidal, that is a crime.
It's a crime to be suicidal?
It is.
Well, I'm not suicidal, so...
Well, that's not what we got.
Well, that's
You
not
have
my
your ID
problem.
on you.
Nope.
You're going to go to jail. Walk away.
Been taken to jail.
If you walk away from me, you're going to jail.
Really?
Yes.
For
Obstruction.
what?
So keep arguing.
So, I'm being detained for what?
We got a call. We're here to talk to you. I don't care if you want to talk to us or not. So what is going on?
I'm not talking to you without any further questions.
That's fine. Go ahead and turn around and put your hands behind your back.
Oh, well, you can detain me without handcuffs. I think you're just intimidating me, you asshole. Alright. In front of work. You twat.
Huh?
Go on at this. Okay. Alright. Yeah.
You have anything that's going to poke, stick, or stab you?
Oh,
You don't know?
probably.
Okay. Fine, because if anything does cut me, that's a charge.
Really?
Really?
It's your own risk, asshole. I told you something might be in there, and it might.
Sergeant Michael Williams arrested the man even though he had done absolutely nothing wrong. It's astonishing to witness how far these corrupt cops will go to protect their fragile egos.
I'm sorry, why are you searching me?
Well,
Why are you... Because this is more than Terry style.
yes it is.
So you're not the point that you are obstructing. I'm obviously not obstructing you. You obviously were. Okay.
Because when you walk away from us, when we're here legally, and you were detained, that is obstruction.
I didn't walk away from you.
You were 100% walking away from me.
At first. That was before you told me I was detained. And it will show on your body cam. What? Yeah, you're just violating my rights. Well, there's no violation of rights when you're under arrest.
In response to the situation, 2 auditors visited the Arkansas Police Department to hold them accountable for what had occurred. They found that not only Sergeant Michael, but the entire department was corrupted.
Wanted to make a FOIA request.
Okay.
Do you
We have to have paper documentation of that. And then once we get that request, we have to send it through our city attorney and make sure it's approved.
okay? Can I get a piece of paper from you?
Make it 2.
Appreciate you.
Yes, sir. It's going to come out.
Oh, okay, cool. Are there any officers here that we can speak with?
I'm not sure, but I can check that out for you.
The highest that's here would be awesome.
Okay, yes, sir.
Thank you.
Uh-huh. Sir, I have my sergeant coming up here to speak with you.
Cool, thank you.
What?
You a sergeant?
Yes, sir.
I think you were just coming to talk to us. I hope you weren't busy doing something different. I just had a couple questions.
Yes, sir.
So we were just making I'm Justin. We're here in reference, we're wondering about what happened with Sergeant Williams.
Okay.
I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, where he had arrested a man named Matt, I believe. Nate, sorry.
Nate Horn.
All the charges were dropped on him, but Sergeant Williams was out there making a call for service, and he didn't want to talk to him, and he ended up arresting him. You know, did he get retrained after that in any way?
That I'm not aware of. We work opposite shifts, so right now he's on nights and I'm on days. So the way they got it set up when we work our schedules is that we never interact with those.
Oh, right.
Because we work 4 on 4. Well, we actually work 4 to a shift. So whenever we come to work, we usually work. We have a 4 set on days and a 4-hour 4 set that work nights. So when we're working, he's off.
Gotcha.
And when he's working, I'm off.
I'm going to put you on the spot a little bit. Would you have done it the same way? Do you believe that it's okay to arrest someone that refuses to talk to police?
That'll be a kind of a comment, but unlikely. They was here for a welfare call, so
well, this is something that the public wants to know. Is that just something that Sergeant Williams does, or is that Stuttgart Police in general?
No, that's not Stuttgart Police in general.
So you wouldn't arrest someone just because they don't want to speak with an officer?
Well, therefore, me not knowing the call that he was called on, but it was a welfare check from what I'm understanding.
Well, let's say that circumstance, would you have arrested him as well, like Sergeant Williams did?
You've seen the video, haven't you?
I have.
Have you?
Yes, sir, I have.
Okay.
Would you have arrested him, or what would you have done?
I mean, just me, my experience in law enforcement is me. If I'm going there for a welfare check, as long as I see he's okay, that's my own thing.
Right.
Notice how Sergeant hesitates to answer the questions. If he truly regretted what happened, his answers would have shown it. Instead, it seemed like he was putting on a facade to save face. When the auditor asked him about the Constitution, his facade began to crumble.
What does the thin blue line flag mean to you?
To serve and protect my community.
Serve and protect your community?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
If I gave you an American flag, well, you're wearing an American flag.
Yes, sir. I'm upholding the Constitution. You know, I'm not violating anybody right now.
Love it. Love it. No pressure if you don't know it, but do you know the 5 key elements of the First Amendment? I'm only asking you because I think you know it. Most people can't just name off the top of their head on the spot, so.
You said uphold the Fifth Amendment?
The First Amendment. There's 5 elements. The acronym is RAPS, R-A-P-P-S. So religion, assembly, and then PPS.
Okay. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know it, but off the top of my head, I've got a lot of things going on, but.
No worries, man. I appreciate you being honest.
Ultimately, all charges against the man were dropped. However, Sergeant Williams seemingly faced no retraining or disciplinary action, none that the department was willing to disclose at least. Arresting a man who may have been suicidal simply for not wanting to talk is truly absurd. But next, we'll look at another case where an Army member was racially profiled by unethical officers while minding his own business.
Get on the ground! Can you please talk to me about what's Get on the ground! Get on the ground now!
In December 2022, another U.S. Army member, Lieutenant Karen Nazario, was confronted by officers Daniel Crocker and Joe Gutierrez for driving with no rear license plate and tinted windows. What started as a routine traffic stop quickly escalated into a troubling incident.
Let me see your hands! How many occupants are in the vehicle? How many occupants are in your vehicle? Open the door slowly and step out. Open the door. Get out the car. Open the door slowly and get out.
Get out of the car now!
Open the door and get out the car.
As they approached the vehicle, the officers' body language betrayed their displeasure at what they saw, setting the stage for what would become a predictable escalation.
Yo, well, guess what? I'm a veteran too. I learned to obey. Get out of the car. Get out of the car now. What's going on is you're fixing to ride the lightning, son. Get out of the car now. Get out of the car now!
Nazario tries to explain the situation to these arrogant cops, but they couldn't care less about him being a veteran.
Get out of the car!
Sir, just get out the car. Work with us and we'll talk to you. Get out the car.
You received an order. Obey it. I'm honestly afraid to get out. Can I?
Yeah, you should be. Get out.
What?
Get out.
Get out the car.
Get out
I
now.
have not committed any crime.
You're being stopped for a traffic violation. You're not cooperating at this point right now. You're under arrest for, you're being detained, okay? You're being detained for obstruction of justice.
Traffic violation. I do not have to get out there. Thank you. You haven't even told me why I'm being stopped.
Really?
Get
out of the car now. Get out of the car.
Get your hands off me.
Get out of the car.
Get your hands off me.
You know what?
Get your hands off me.
Not a problem.
Hands off me.
Back up,
I
Daniel.
didn't do anything.
According to the state of Virginia, officers are legally required to approach motorists politely, introduce themselves, and request registration and a driver's license. Therefore, Gutierrez's absurd behavior was completely unacceptable.
Okay, I'm trying to talk.
Get out.
Just get out of the car. Can you please relax? Can
Get
you
out.
Please relax.
Get out of the car right now. Now.
This is not how you treat a vet. I'm actively serving this country, and this is how you're going to treat me.
Back up, Daniel.
I didn't do anything.
Back up.
Hold on.
Daniel.
What's going? Hold on. You up there?
Get out of the car. Get out of the car now.
That's fucked up.
Get out of the car now.
Sir, just get out of the car. I'm trying to breathe.
Get out of the car now.
That's fucked up. That's really fucked up.
Yeah, get out of the car and get on the ground now. You're gonna get it again.
I don't even want to reach my seatbelt.
Take your seatbelt off and get out of the car. Get out of the car now.
Maintaining his unprofessionalism, Gutierrez launched into a rant, while his partner in lawful crime attempted to force open the door. This action was veering dangerously close to violating Virginia's penal code on domestic assault. Despite Nazario's attempts to cooperate, these officers not only harmed him physically, but also treated him disrespectfully, disregarding his status as a fellow serviceman.
Listen, take off your seatbelt and get out of the car.
Look, I'm just gonna please.
You're gonna do what you're told. Get out of the car.
Look,
take your seatbelt off and get out of the. Take your seatbelt off.
Look, my hands are out.
Take your seatbelt off and get out of the car.
My hands are out.
Don't reach in there, Daniel. Don't reach in there.
My hands are out, please.
The apathy displayed by Tyrant Gutierrez was unbelievable. Not only did he blind Nazario with pepper spray, but he also simultaneously demanded that Nazario undo his seatbelt. To compound the situation, Gutierrez prevented Officer Crocker from assisting, making it abundantly clear that this was a racially charged act.
Down! Let's go! Let's go!
Available.
Get on the ground. Get on the
Can
ground.
you please talk to
Get
me
on the
about
ground
what's
now!
going on?
Get on the ground or you're getting sprayed again. Get on the ground.
Can you please talk to me about what's
Get on
going
the ground.
on?
Get on the ground now!
Can you please talk to me about what's going on?
Get on the ground.
Can you please talk to me about what's
Yes,
going
sir.
on?
You're not.
Can you please talk to me about what's going on? Why am I being treated like this? Why?
You're not cooperating. Get on the ground.
Why am I being treated like this? This is really messed up. This is really
Come on, sir. Sir, well, just work.
This is really, this is up.
Sir.
Up.
Sir. Sir.
You know this is
Lay down. Lay on the ground. Just lay flat. Lay flat for me, sir.
You know this is up.
Sir, lay up. Lay flat.
This is up. I can't believe I'm being treated like this. And I'm
Get on the ground! Get on the ground!
As Nazario begged for an explanation amid his continuous cooperation, these tyrannous officers, who are a sorry excuse for law enforcement, began their barrage of assaults on him. Gutierrez was ordered to pay $2,685 in damages, no malice, under liability for assault. He was cleared of all other charges. Crocker was liable for an illegal search, no malice. He was ordered to pay $1,000 in damages. He was cleared of all other charges. Watching these arrogant cops disrespecting this Army member was deeply disappointing. But next, we'll look at a case where two corrupt officers tried to ID a man simply for filming and ended up getting put in their place.
Well, if you just tell me your name.
I'm not telling you my name. I'll tell you my first name, and we're stopping there, and I'm not answering any more questions.
On March 22nd, an auditor named Justin went to Clinton, Arkansas in Van Buren County to film the area, which is a completely legal activity. However, upon arrival, an uneducated police officer attempted to ID him for filming in public. The situation escalated when a lieutenant called for the sheriff.
Is this your personal vehicle?
Yes, it is.
How come you're parked up under here?
Because I rent that space and have a salon here. Why
Oh.
are you videoing cars out here?
Is this the police station?
Yes.
So you have a salon on the same building as the police station?
Who are you?
Is that what's happening? Who are you, lady? I don't care. I'll talk to whoever. So this is half police station, half beauty salon?
There's multiple renters inside here.
Oh, is that what's going on?
Yeah.
Gotcha. You're the owner of the building?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Like, so you don't work for the police station, you just own the building and the police station is renting a spot out from you?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, if the police station is renting a spot out from you, then that makes this public property. So I'm just working on a story in public property is what I'm doing.
Okay. For what though?
Working on a story. Like, what does anyone work on stories for?
But what's the story for?
Well, I can't tell you that. You'll just have to wait till it's published. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Go ahead, I guess.
Yep. Thanks, man. Oh, I didn't know that.
Lieutenant Solomon, the police department. What's your name?
Cool. I'm Justin. Nice to meet you, man.
Do you have spot ID I can say?
No, sir. I don't.
No ID?
No.
Arkansas is one of the 15 ID states, so
there is no way you believe that. All right. Since you're starting off this way, do you have somewhere higher than you? Because I promise you that's not correct, and you're going to get your whole town into a lawsuit. And I don't want to go that way. I've been having a great day. You don't want to go that way either.
But if you just tell me your name.
I'm not telling you my name. I'll tell you my first name, and we're stopping there, and I'm not answering any more questions. And if you want to ID me unlawfully, you're going to lose your job and your qualified immunity.
Can I ask you what you're doing?
I'm working on a story.
For who are you with?
I'm an independent journalist. What's your name?
Solomon, Lieutenant Solomon.
Solomon?
Yes, sir.
Do not think, there is no such thing as a stop and ID state. There's no such thing. That is a term.
Notice how the officer's attitude shifts when the auditor mentions he might lose his job. These corrupt officers seem focused only on maintaining their power. However, the auditor proves to be experienced. What he does next to the officer will make you question the validity of the law enforcement system.
This day and time, there's all sorts of things going on.
This day and time is a terrible thing because we're in one of the most safest times to date in world history. Tell me a safer time in world history than right now. Okay. So don't say in this day and time, because cops always say that and it's stupid. Okay. So you can start over though if you want to.
Let me just put it like this.
Yep.
You know, if we see somebody looking at our police cars,
come talk to me, sure. But don't threaten to arrest me if I don't give you my ID.
I didn't threaten.
Nope, that's not correct. Get a lawyer out here. If you think that's true, you need to look into it because you're going to get yourself in trouble. That is not true, and I'm 1,000% positive, and I can show you case law and Supreme Court rulings and everything. 100%.
More or less, we're just concerned about what you're doing.
Well, do not think that you can just stop and ID anyone you want. You're going to get yourself in trouble, and you're non-constitutional. You are unconstitutional.
Well, with what's going on, I mean, it's
you are no. If you think you can do that,
yeah,
you don't believe in the Fourth Amendment. If you think you can do that, do you know what the Fourth Amendment is, sir? What is it?
You know, if we see
what's the Fourth Amendment? No. This is important to everybody that you know the Fourth Amendment. What is it?
Sure, I know it.
So what is it? What is it?
The right of freedom.
No way you just said that. No, that's the First Amendment.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. The First Amendment.
No, the First
Amendment.
Bro, what's the Fourth Amendment?
Okay. All right, just.
Oh my God, dude! And you're a lieutenant? Is your chief here?
No, he's off.
We need someone to teach you what the Fourth Amendment is. There's 5 elements.
We just had some.
There's 5 elements of the First Amendment.
Questions for you.
No, I have some concerns and questions for you. There's 5 elements of the First Amendment. What are they?
Well, I'm gonna go ahead.
What are they, sir? What's the Fourth Amendment? You don't know any of it. You need to go study the Constitution, and until you do, don't say a word to me, please. Go back inside, look up the Constitution, and read those rights and learn them. Memorize them, then come out. Other than that, you don't know what you're doing or what you're talking about, and you don't need to be a lieutenant. And I'm sorry I'm getting mad, but that is ridiculous. You should be ashamed of yourself for not knowing the First or the Fourth. Walk of shame right there, and it's deserved. Oh, they're locking me out? Lieutenant Solomon, you're opening your city up for a lawsuit by allowing this door to be locked because of me. You're not allowed to pick and choose who comes in here. So either you lock it to everybody for the rest of the day, or you're opening yourself up for a lawsuit, and you better have a good reason for having it locked the rest of the day, not just because there's a guy with a camera. So you better open this door and let me come in, and we can get this over with. Why are you guys so scared of someone with a camera? What are you hiding?
The lieutenant not only walked away mid-conversation, but also locked the auditor out of the police department. This behavior is characteristic of a coward, attempting to assert authority but fleeing when confronted. However, this incident was just the beginning, as the real event was yet to unfold.
Hello, sir. How are you?
What's up, guys?
Good.
All right, I can come in now? They weren't letting me in a minute ago. You know, that's a lawsuit if I wanted to. I don't want to. I'm literally just trying to have a pleasant time here in Clinton. That's it. But here we have. What's your name, sir?
I'm Sheriff Eric.
Oh, you're the sheriff. Awesome. Nice to meet you, sir. I'm Justin.
Good to meet you, Justin.
So why'd they send the sheriff down here for a guy with a camera?
Nobody sent the sheriff.
They-
We all monitor the radio traffic.
Hey, dude. Hey, hold on. Before you lie on camera.
If we get a call over the radio.
No, I heard them call the sheriff down here. I heard them on. I have them on video calling the sheriff down here.
Anyway.
So now you're lying on camera. So now I don't even want to talk to you either, dude.
If we get a call, we're
Just
gonna
be real.
respond.
Just be a real person for 2 seconds. Why can no one just be a real person in
You
here?
be a real person.
I am.
Yeah, you're in here causing a problem.
No, I'm exercising my rights.
Yeah, but if it becomes disorderly,
I told you my
then
name's
you're-
Justin
then
like
you're
6
being
times,
disorderly.
dude.
Have a right to ask your license.
Okay.
You can ask, and I don't have to tell you.
Okay.
You have to have reasonable or you have to have.
That's water.
No, you're not. You have to have reasonable, articulable suspicion of a crime.
You're on private property looking at people's
Again,
windows.
if you cause
No,
a
this is
disturbance,
public. This is public property.
if you cause a disturbance,
This is
then
public
you can
property.
be charged with disorderly conduct.
Were you parking your cop cars
As
back
long-
there?
As long as
Then
you're
it's public.
civil, as
It's
long as you're
public.
civil, there's not a problem.
I'm civil, brother.
That's what I'm saying. But if it did become disorderly, then you could be charged with disorderly conduct.
Yeah.
But until then,
Don't-
as long as you're
You
civil,
were also looking at private
everything's
things
good.
back there too, because we.
I can look at anything I can see from public. You can't trespass my eyes.
If you think the sheriff improved things, you're mistaken. The sheriff proved to be just as corrupt and unwise as the lieutenant. He blatantly attempted to gaslight the auditor, turning what could have been a simple conversation into a power struggle.
Like you said, he had to go look it up. You can sit down in your car and look up every
Dude,
amendment.
I know
before
them
you
by
walk in.
heart.
That doesn't matter. It's not required
No.
by law for anybody to know it.
It is required by law. Do you and you all sign? Did no?
When you go to the academy, the only thing you're required to do is to
Brother.
to read it, become
Did
familiar
you?
with it.
All right, I'm about to
and
own you.
know where you can
Get
look
ready,
up
brother.
the laws.
Get ready.
You get ready.
You
get ready.
You swore an oath to the Constitution when you were signed in, and I could find that on video, I bet. So you swore an oath to the Constitution.
Okay, so you were there.
No,
Now
but
you're lying.
but that is what
So you
all
just
police
lied.
do.
You're telling us we're lying.
No,
You're lying.
it is required.
No, you're
If you
looking up
didn't-
and to the right because you don't know. You're trying to. You're making
Dude,
it up.
you listen.
So you.
So you didn't swear an oath. So you didn't swear an oath.
I can tell you, you're being or worse.
Answer me this.
I don't
Did
have
you
to answer
did
you.
you sign
That's
it?
where
Did
you're
you
wrong.
swear an oath to the Constitution?
That's where you're wrong.
He
I
says
don't
he
have to
didn't.
answer
So you
you.
did. This sheriff he does not believe in the Constitution, and he did not swear an oath to
That's
it.
what you believe.
You're gonna have to get out.
If you continue, and
Yes,
this
ma'am.
becomes
Yes,
disorderly,
ma'am.
I explained to you
Yeah.
at that point it would be a disorderly conduct.
Dude, chill out. You're stupid.
Okay, you call me stupid, I call you stupid.
You don't even know that you swore an oath to the Constitution.
No, I'm not answering
You
you,
walk
is what I'm
around
doing.
thinking that you have no
I
duty
answer
to the Constitution.
The people, the residents
The
of Van Buren
Constitution.
County. Do you live
The
in Van Buren
Constitution.
County?
The
Do you live here
Constitution.
in Van Buren County?
No, I don't.
Then I don't answer to you. Have a good day, sir.
Do you get state taxes? Do you
Have a
get
good
federal
day,
taxes?
sir.
Do you get state and federal taxes?
Have a good day, sir.
So you don't know brother.
Have a good day,
You
sir.
guys don't know anything here. You don't
Have a
get.
good day,
No, you
sir.
can't.
Full of
This is
education that you're
ridiculous.
treating me.
Y'all should be embarrassed right now, dude. Go back to your office. You're dismissed.
Again.
Go back to your office.
I
You're
serve the
dismissed.
people of Van Buren County.
Listen.
If you don't live here,
One
I
thing
have
you
no
need to go
reason
home
to sit
knowing
down
is
and
you
have a
serve the
discussion with you.
Constitution, and the Constitution serves the people. You serve the
So
Constitution.
you come here from out of town and you go town to town and you try to do some type of a constitutional audit just to try to engage police officers. Is that what you're doing? Because you're bored.
Is that what it
You've
is?
got nothing better to
More
do.
assuming. More assuming.
You're
free to
a-
go.
You're a free.
You're free to
person
go.
in
You're not.
America
You are not
standing here.
detained. You're free to go.
You're not detained.
You're not detained.
You're not detained.
I know I'm not, because I know
I'm
the
not.
law.
I know I'm not because I know the law.
And there he goes, being a 5-year-old again.
It embarrasses
You don't even know what the Constitution is to believe in it.
you don't know.
You think Arkansas law supersedes the Constitution. Get out of my face if you think that. You think Arkansas law supersedes it? Do you think Arkansas law supersedes it? Answer the question, yes or no. Do you think Arkansas law supersedes the Constitution, Maddox? Maddox, do you think that Arkansas law supersedes the Constitution? That should be an easy question. You should be proud to say hell no. You should be proud to say hell freaking no, it doesn't. The Constitution is all. The Constitution is all. Nothing is over the Constitution.
So you think because a federal agent comes here and says that I'm supposed to take somebody's weapons away that I'm supposed to enforce that because that's federal?
Does that say that in the Constitution?
No, absolutely
I'm
not.
saying the Constitution.
Absolutely not.
The
State of Arkansas
Constitution
says we are a right
Bro.
to open carry.
Okay,
and
if
I
it
will
ever
stand behind that
if it ever
100%,
comes to that,
and that's Arkansas Constitution.
all right.
There seemed to be no limit to what this guy was willing to do to soothe his bruised ego. It was as if he had an image among his subordinates that he felt compelled to protect. This is what happens when power and greed overshadow one's actual responsibilities.
Now, stop over talking me for 2 seconds, dude. Let me just finish my sentence. This is annoying as hell. Let me finish my sentence.
I apologize for getting under your skin.
Let me finish my sentence.
But when I made a
Can you
valid
not talk for
point-
2 seconds?
when I make a valid
Good Lord.
point,
No,
you
you
blow up,
don't. I'm trying to tell you that you
blow up,
don't.
You get angry.
God damn, dude, you're so dumb.
We're in
Don't
an
know what the,
argument.
dude, you can't stop interrupting anybody. You're a
You just
disgrace.
spoke for 5 minutes straight.
You wouldn't let me get a whole sentence out without talking over me. This whole time.
Which has nothing to do with the Constitution. It just means
It absolutely
that you are
does.
getting pissed off because
Because you don't know
it.
it. Because you don't know it.
No,
And you think I'm wrong because I'm saying the Constitution is it. You think I'm wrong by saying the Constitution supersedes Arkansas state law. That is mind-blowing and it does piss
I
me
said
off.
Arkansas Constitution. I did not say Arkansas.
So, okay.
So you can record your video and you can play
Same
that
thing.
back.
Say it for
I
me.
said the Arkansas Constitution
Supersedes.
is what I said.
You. So you think?
You just lied when you said
No.
I said Arkansas law. You just lied.
I think you said law, but I'll just agree to agree. I'll agree to
You need to take the
disagree.
time and review
Listen,
your
I'll agree to disagree. You said Constitution. Fine. That's still wrong, brother. That's still wrong.
I'm
So,
dealing with a 5-year-old. So I
This
bring
is your
myself
boss,
down to that
Maddox.
level.
Your boss.
I bring myself down to
He's
your level.
I can see it on his face. He's embarrassed for who he's working for
You
right now.
admitted to me that you were.
I can see it
that
on
you got
Maddox's
more
face,
time on your
dude.
hands, so you're here doing a constitutional audit because
Dude,
you're bored.
It's not more time on my hands. I don't have 2 seconds of spare time. Any
Just
spare
like
time
me,
I have, I
think
do something.
Enjoyed coming down here just because I overheard.
Then
on
go
the
back to
video?
your office, bro. I've dismissed you 12 times.
I dismissed you the same amount of times.
You can't dismiss me.
I did. I said you're free
Can't
to
do
go.
it.
You
Can't
were
do
never
it.
being detained.
Can't do it.
You were never detained.
You can't dismiss me.
At this point, the sheriff behaved no better than a 5-year-old. He seemed more focused on retaliating against someone he was supposed to serve, displaying a complete lack of self-control as he continuously talked over the auditor. It was a disgraceful display.
But I did come down here to ensure that this would be a peaceful.
Cool. So now that you
encounter.
see that it's no disturbance, you're dismissed.
Thank you for dismissing me.
Do the walk
My
of shame. Get
job-
back to your boss, or
my-
get back to your job,
my
brother.
Job, again, this is a city police department. When I heard disturbance at the city police department, I come down here to ensure that this would be a peaceful encounter.
And you ruined it, man. You were going to be the savior. So
I didn't
this was
ruin
going
it,
to be
I didn't come to be
this
the
was going to be a
savior.
perfect video of the sheriff coming down here and straightening things out, but it wasn't. It was the sheriff coming down here and looking dumber than the police officer that called the sheriff down here to begin with.
It's a random, what you call a constitutional audit.
So, that's not all I do, but that is kind of what today is. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Okay. But that's serving your country by trying to surprise a police department or sheriff's office and walk in and go,
So you
"I'm doing
obviously,
a
so
random
you
audit."
obviously don't know the purpose of it. My number one purpose.
And you just said when I post this.
My number
then
one
everybody will get to
purpose
see how
is to make
dumb somebody
change.
is.
Is to make change. So, for example, there are let's see, 3 towns in Arkansas that have retrained their entire police department because of me.
Okay.
And I had a lawsuit that I could have filed.
What you're telling me
Now
right
hold on
now
a second.
is, no, that you are operating on fear of lawsuits. You're actually trying to make change.
Dude, no.
by fear
Let
of
me finish my
lawsuits.
sentence for once and you'd understand what I'm saying.
Don't get angry.
Quit interrupting me, bro. Places where I could have done lawsuits and I chose not to. It wasn't even a hard decision. And what I wanted instead was for retraining on the police department. And guess what? That entire police department got retrained on the First and Fourth Amendment. And that's what I wanted. And I made change. And guess what? Now they do it annually or every 6 months. They just do it because I was there. And I've even gone back and talked to them after and they openly admit, thank you for coming up here and doing that. Yes, that was a weird day, but it made a lot of good change. And now every 6 months we train our officers on the First and Fourth Amendment and reasonable articulable suspicion and so on when we didn't before. And so now I'm saving you from lawsuits. And so I'm educating the police department or the sheriff's office. I'm educating the people in that town as well.
Well, if that was your goal, and
That's
I
what-
come in
that
and
is my
just-
goal.
and interrupted your goal with the police department, I apologize.
That is my goal.
Okay.
And I can show you videos where I've done that already. That's my whole goal.
If I interrupted, I didn't mean to.
As soon as the sheriff realized this man was no ordinary person, he immediately backed off and attempted to mitigate the damage he had caused. But by then, it was too late.
And proving the stupidity of the sheriff's office too.
No, I came in to ensure
Within
that
5 seconds you said, Arkansas supersedes federal. That is the stupidest thing a sheriff could say.
Okay, you just made a generalized statement.
What did you say then? You say it.
Federal.
You say it how you
That's
said
what
it.
just said.
You say it how you
I
said it.
Arkansas Constitution.
Still wrong. That's still wrong, dude. That's wrong.
And I didn't say supersedes. I said we have to abide by.
Do you want to
city,
go back?
county,
No.
and state.
You said it overrules. Your best bet is just to admit you said it and to learn from it and not to lie. Because now you're a liar too. It's one thing to be wrong. It's another to lie.
You instructed me to admit when you have your video, you can sit down and play that.
I'm
back
trying to
later.
help you, dude. I'm trying to help you.
I came into office in 2023. Van Buren County never had body cameras. Do you know why I got body cameras? Because I also worked at the police department and had a body camera the whole time I worked here. Free encounter.
You got 1 point back for getting the body cams whenever they didn't have them.
We've got brand new dash cameras. This county never wanted cameras.
I noticed that, and I know they're new,
Now,
so
the
I
city
appreciate
had
that.
them, and I worked here for many years. I used cameras every day, and it kept us out of lawsuits.
That's
And
so
it protected
cameras,
the citizens and the
because
departments.
cameras don't lie.
There you go.
We calmed down a little bit. We got in each other's face. It's over. I'll shake your hand if you will.
What was the first name?
Yours. I'm
Eric.
Oh, I'm Justin.
Justin.
Yeah. Is there anything else you need of me? I won't dismiss you. I am going to do one more little lap in that room right there. I'm obviously not going
And
to.
I will say before I leave, if
Yeah.
you want to come to the sheriff's office, we are open 24 hours a
I
day.
will be there. Well, I'll see you up there.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, guys.
After Justin posted the video on his YouTube channel, viewers called the police department to file complaints against the lieutenant. This swift action led to his immediate disciplinary measures. Within 20 days of Justin's visit, the lieutenant was demoted to officer and had his pay reduced, among other repercussions outlined in the chief's letter of reprimand. As stated in the reprimand, the lieutenant resigned before the reprimand could be issued.
These next officers made one reckless decision, and it cost them their entire careers.
On October 3rd, 2024, a disabled veteran named Gene Short from Cave City, Arkansas, went to City Hall to file a complaint against Officer Trent Milligan, who had repeatedly harassed him. While at City Hall, Gene had yet another encounter with Trent, but this time, the officer escalated the situation and went all out against him.
What's going on, Gene?
What's going on? You need to grab a piece of paper and a pencil and write your resignation, just
I'm not
like
gonna
I
do
went
that.
to Brian. And I called him a liar to his face, and I'll call you a liar to your face.
I don't care what you call me. What
Well,
are you doing
can't.
here?
Well, I got business here.
What?
You can't. Come on, I'm waiting for the First Amendment or Fourth Amendment right violation.
What is your business?
My
here?
business is none of your business.
Okay. Why are you
How's
here?
that? My business is not your business.
Okay. Why are you here?
My business is not
You need to
your
leave.
business. No, I don't.
Yeah, you do.
I'm here to see the mayor.
He's not here right now, Gene.
She called him in.
He's not here.
Is he on a 24-hour job?
I don't know that.
Do we pay him 24 hours? Do we pay him 40 hours a week?
Why are you here, Gene?
I'm here to see the.
Okay.
I'm here to see Lee.
He's
Hey,
not
how you
here.
doing?
He's not here right now.
You ain't gonna
okay?
say, what's your badge number? What's your badge number?
Hang on just a second, yes.
Real quick, what's your badge number and your ID?
I'm here now.
What's this?
Let's go on out.
No, I'm not
Gene,
going
you're
out.
supposed to go to jail, man.
No, I'm not going to jail. I'm not going to jail.
Put your hands behind your back.
I'm not going to jail.
Put your hands behind your back.
I'm crippled.
You ain't good. I've had enough of it.
I'm crippled.
Put your hands behind your back right now.
I'm crippled. I'm crippled, man.
Put your hands behind your
I'm
back.
not resistant.
You are not.
I'm not resistant. I'm not resistant. I'm not resistant. I'm not resistant.
The officer showed no shame in silencing a man who dared to speak out against him. This is exactly what's wrong with law enforcement. People like Trent can silence anyone who stands up to them without facing any consequences for their actions.
I do not consent to search. I do not consent to search.
All right.
All right, we're gonna get you up. You gotta help me. Roll over. We're gonna set you up. Roll over on your back. I can't.
All right, we're gonna pick you up on 3. 1.
My pants are hanging down. They're about to fall down.
You want them on the passenger side, Trent?
What am I being detained for?
You're being arrested for disorderly conduct.
I wasn't under disorder. No, don't take it off. Don't take it off. Don't take it off.
Why?
See you come. This is my problem. You gotta help. Somebody's gonna get on the backside, you dumbass. I'm crippled. I'm crippled. You know I've had a stroke.
All right, get in here.
Oh, my hands! My arms!
Sit up. Put your legs in here.
I can't sit up because I don't have no badge.
Get your legs in here.
Come in here causing problems.
No. That's not the way it is. You walked in and started getting loud.
Okay. Put your foot in.
I'm trying. Look. I'm trying.
I got you.
All right, I got you.
Got you. Get in. I'm tired of your threats and your raising
not
hell over
threatening.
nothing.
It seemed as though the officer had been waiting for an opportunity like this, just to finally get the twisted satisfaction of slamming an elderly man to the ground and feeling powerful because of it.
Hey, I'm leaning on you. That's fine. Oh, my arms! My hands, cuffs are on too tight. Loosen up. I'm not no harm.
I ain't got a key on me, officer. I can tell you right now.
Well, they're on so tight that it's just hurting my wrist. I don't know why I got cuffs on. I'm not a violent man. I was not violent. I was not in it. You think it's funny, fat boy?
Pull that arm around. Pull your other arm around.
Thank you.
There you go.
Now,
Now.
let me get in. Let me get in.
Go
Let
ahead.
me get in
Go
first.
ahead. Go ahead and get in.
You got these on so tight. You don't know what you're doing.
Okay, I don't. I
You've
guess.
never been trained.
You're right. I hadn't. Get in the car.
I do not consent to the search of my vehicle.
We're not going to search your rig. It's getting towed.
You in the court? You gotta go.
He probably will. I'll deal with it. Nah. I'm sure. Well, it all started this morning. I'd already called Brian, told him. I went to go help Kevin Corsi at the elementary school, and I was pulling out, and he rolled up beside me. Said I was driving reckless, one of my badge numbers. I dealt with him then. So I went driving around, come back, and he was sitting here waiting on me. So we went in there, and he was just sitting here watching. Well, I ain't seen him all day. And I told them, I said, if he comes back, he's acting strange, call him, we'll make him leave. I asked him to leave over and over and over again, and he wouldn't leave.
Just look at how blatantly this tyrant lied to his supervisor, as if it was something he had been doing for years.
Whose idea was it for them to send out a text message instead of picking up the phone and actually calling?
I don't know about that.
I'll take care of that.
I just seen that and I started throwing crap. I didn't even see them.
I'll just, if he'd let you move.
Well, I tried calling Trent. He didn't answer. I thought, well, he might be on his way. He's starting to rig now.
What is it?
He's hot.
He's hot. I'm hot. You're not doing your job.
Oh.
Get out there and get your lives all together. If you don't know how to start a vehicle, you turn the key. I'm gonna come until you write your resignation.
It ain't never gonna happen, Gene.
For
Ever.
lying. You're a liar.
I'm not lying about anything.
Yes, you are. Then let's go. Let's go. I have the right to
Oh, we're going.
I'm not long with MC. Pull the vehicle over and bumper me up. Pull this vehicle over and bumper me in. He didn't Miranda. You gotta read your rights.
All right, I'll go ahead and do that, Gene.
Do it right now.
All right, you have the right to remain silent. You understand that?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay. You have a right to have an attorney present with you during question. You understand that?
Yep.
Okay.
Not only did the officer arrest him, but they also issued a trespass order against him, and the way he delivered the news was simply disgusting.
So, Gene, you've been trespassed from City Hall. You go back in there, you're going to jail. I just did. If you go back in there, we're gonna do this same thing again. You've been trespassed from City Hall.
It's a public place. I'm gonna pay my water bill.
Find a different way of going in there. Find a different way of going in there. We're gonna be going right back up here and doing the same thing again.
Hey. We'll fight First Amendment vote. Because that's what it is. You denied me the First Amendment.
Got a question?
Yep.
So, this morning, this all started this morning. He's got some mental things going on, disabled vet. He pulled up beside me. I was leaving the police department. Rolled down his window, said I was driving reckless. I was going out of the parking lot. Wanted my badge number and all that. We've had to deal with him before. So I gave it to him, everything. Well, then he proceeded to follow me around and watch everything I was doing.
Yeah.
Then I didn't see him all day. And I told the girls at the water office, I said, if he shows up, call.
Yeah.
Well, he's down there causing problems, wearing a ski mask.
Yeah.
So they call, we go down there, I asked him to leave.
Yep.
He won't leave.
And they didn't.
I asked him time and time again, then I said, all right, now you're under arrest.
Gene was arrested and taken to jail, where he spent 3 days without his medication or medical equipment. This neglect led to a minor heart attack, after which he was finally taken to the hospital. Once discharged, he was brought before a judge who added another 72 hours to his jail time. If you thought this officer was unhinged, just wait until you see the next case, where an officer loses control over something completely trivial.
What is it that you don't understand about don't touch the rifle?
On May 5th, 2024, officers from the Mountain Brook Police Department pulled over a man named Eric, who had just purchased a new car and hadn't yet attached the license plates. As the officer approached the vehicle after Eric pulled over, they noticed something in the back seat that left them utterly shocked.
Good, Officer Mir, Mountain Brook Police Department. The reason for the stop is I saw the drive-out tag. It's a drive-out tag? The drive-out tag from driver's way. Right. Well, it's commonly referred to as a drive-out tag in law enforcement. It's what they put on the vehicle in order to drive the dealership before you get your permanent tag. May I see your driver's license and your bill of sale on this vehicle, please? Yeah, do me a favor, don't reach for the rifle. If you've got your driver's license near the rifle, don't touch the rifle. I just told you, please don't mess with the rifle. Where's your driver's license?
In the bag underneath the rifle.
Okay, keep your hands on the steering wheel. You can step out of the vehicle if you like. I'm just gonna get your driver's license for you.
I'll get out so you can watch my hands grab the bag. I do not consent to a search.
All you have to do is unlock the door so I can get your driver's license, and I will hand you what?
I do not consent to a search.
I'm not gonna search your vehicle.
The officer blatantly tried to violate the man's Fourth Amendment rights and acted as if it were no big deal. It's absurd how comfortable these tyrants have become with such blatant misconduct.
Take your seatbelt off, step out of the vehicle.
I'm going to secure my property.
You're gonna secure what?
My property, my Jeep.
Okay. If you don't comply with the traffic stop, I'm gonna end up towing the Jeep.
I'm trying to comply.
Okay, then exit the vehicle, right?
I'm going to roll up the window.
I will take care of that. I need you to comply with what I'm saying.
I'm exiting the vehicle.
Give me the keys. Give me the keys. Step to the rear of the vehicle. Because you're not following instructions.
I'm exercising my rights.
What right is that?
Fourth Amendment.
Fourth Amendment, but I didn't ask you to search your vehicle.
You wanted to get into my vehicle?
No, I was going to retrieve your driver's license because you were manipulating an AR-15 in the back seat during a traffic stop with law enforcement. What is it that you don't understand about don't touch the rifle?
I was in the process of getting it out of the way while you were saying that.
Okay. You haven't been drinking tonight?
I do not drink.
Okay. Do you take medication?
I do not take medication.
Okay. Stay here with my partner. I'm not searching your vehicle.
This was just the beginning, as the officer was determined to violate Eric's rights at every turn. Watch what happens when Eric tells him he's infringing on his Second Amendment rights.
You are not what we call a compliant violator. You've been agitated from the start. There's absolutely no way in hell that I'm going to allow you to touch a rifle. And until I what?
Even though it's a Second Amendment right, it's
regardless of the Second Amendment and
the Second Amendment.
Are you going to let me finish? Go for it. Okay, so your right to bear arms, okay, and your freedom from illegal search and seizure does not overshadow my right to be able to do my job without you handling firearms in my possession.
That's incorrect.
No. No.
No. You were incorrect.
Oh, okay.
Do me a favor, man. Put your hands up on the back windshield, though.
You were going to arrest me because I do not consent.
I'm not arresting you. I'm making sure you can't go for that gun on your back head while he's in there.
Have I shown any aggression towards you whatsoever?
You're non-compliant right now, man.
Is non-compliance illegal?
I'm not saying it's legal.
Where is your license in the bag?
In my wallet.
Where's your wallet?
In that bag.
Okay, where in the bag? It's a big bag. Where is it?
It's not a big bag.
Is this the bag?
No.
Is this the bag?
After obtaining Eric's ID, the officer returns to his car to run a check. Meanwhile, another officer arrives on the scene and speaks with the first officer before addressing Eric.
Where do y'all get them shoes at? I need me some comfortable shoes. Oh, we're not talking. Put your hands on your head for me. Put your hands on your head for me. Turn around, face the car.
Am I arrested?
No, just keep your hands on the car.
Where are the gun?
Violation of the Second Amendment, huh?
No. I'd just feel better if it was off of you.
Your firearm will be returned to you at the completion of the stop.
Don't worry. There'll be a formal complaint.
That's fine. You know our number.
That's fantastic.
I'm sorry.
Have you ever heard of the Second Amendment?
I have. How is that violating your Second Amendment?
Do I have my firearm right now?
You do not. But it'll...
Keep the insurance for your Jeep.
Anyway, what were we talking about? Second Amendment? How is that violating your Second Amendment? Because it's going to be returned to you. I'm not taking your firearm for good.
Does the Second Amendment say anything about length of time?
Does it say I can't take it and then give it back to you for officer safety? What if you were to reach for that and we thought you were reaching for your gun?
Reaching for that and reaching for my gun?
What if you were just putting your hands in your pockets and I thought you were reaching for your gun?
Have I been aggressive in any way?
Yeah, I tried talking to you about the comfortable shoes you had on and you just blatantly ignored me.
Because I don't like cops, so you're violating my rights?
How am I violating your right, man?
Taking someone's firearm.
The officers tried to present their actions as a matter of self-protection, but it was clear to everyone that their real motivation was more about exerting power than ensuring safety.
Don't touch that firearm until you're far away from me. We're clear? Appreciate you standing out here with a firearm on your hip and keeping that to yourself. You're receiving 2 citations today. One for no insurance because you failed to provide it for me, even though I asked you where it was. And the bill of sale that you have here has no date on it. If it doesn't have a date on it, then it's not worth the paper that it's written on. This orange sheet of paper is the fine schedule. Along with it is the directions on how to pay the fines. All right? Getting issued the citations doesn't mean you're guilty of the infraction. It means you're either going to pay the fine or you're going to show up in court and tell the judge why you got the citations or why you feel like you don't need to. You've been given a court date of July 10th, 3 o'clock. Here's all the stuff that you gave me and your 2 citations. Your keys are on the seat. What are you looking for?
I'm missing a bullet.
You're missing a bullet?
I'm missing a bullet.
The bullet that was in the chamber was put in the magazine. It was put back in the magazine. And in that bag where the bill of sale and everything was, there were loose rounds in the bottom of it.
There's one.
We haven't kept a bullet.
The magazine.
You what?
I'm gonna grab the magazine.
I'll tell you what, listen. I strongly advise you to not manipulate a weapon. Don't touch anything until you're far away from me. Okay? Nobody has taken a round from you. Nobody's taken a single bullet from you. You're going to make this a lot worse than it has to be. Please go ahead and get back in your vehicle. You're free to leave.
After the incident, Eric reached out to the city manager and attorney, who responded, "The video has been reviewed, and the city's position is that the traffic stop and the events that followed were constitutional, reasonable, and in line with appropriate procedure and protocol. Eric plans to pursue civil action." And just like this tyrant, where an officer attempts to bait a man into trespassing only to end up humiliated by him.
I'm taking pictures, I'm taking videos, I'm minding my business, and you should probably do the same.
On August 12th, 2024, a YouTuber named Press NH Now visited the new Boston Air Force Base. During his visit, a few local police officers arrived and attempted to bait the auditor into trespassing.
Be on the other side. Oh, the red line.
Yeah, that's the federal property line, which means any special trespass.
Okay.
But you can be over on that side.
I just don't want to be too close to the road because I don't want to get hit. That's the only reason, but I'm not going to go on the property.
Absolutely, yeah, as long as it's not past that red line.
I didn't even see that red line, to be honest, so I'm actually glad. What's up with that?
It's just a property boundary.
Is it really? Wow, okay. All right, yeah, no, I figured it makes sense. I mean, it makes sense. All right. We lost some security. Nice. Okay. All right. Yeah. I'll like I said, I'll try to stay as close as I can. I just don't want to be in the road. So if I kind of cross over it just a little bit, just be aware it's just for my safety. Yeah. What's up with the signs? The no photos, no video.
That's the red line. That's what.
Can you take your hand off your weapon, please?
My weapon is.
Can you put your hand off your weapon, please? And what do I have to tell you? I don't feel safe around you with your hand on your weapon. Can you what?
Can I ask you why you're here?
It's quite obvious, isn't it?
No.
It's not?
Just talk to me, man. I'm not giving you a hard
Get your hand off your weapon, dude.
What's the badge you have on? Are you affiliated with the base or law enforcement?
I'm not going to answer any questions. What's your name?
Alright.
What was your name?
My name's Officer White. I'm with the Boston Space Force Station Security.
Good. Okay. Yeah. You do understand I'm not on your property, right?
I do understand.
Okay.
That's why I'm just asking.
Yeah.
Just having a conversation.
Yeah, well, I don't feel very comfortable with your hand on your weapon.
Well, you're not.
Am I a threat?
No, I'm concerned for your well-being.
Wait for the truck, because I'm very hard of hearing.
The officer could have easily removed his hands from his vehicle, but he chose to stay put, driven by a desire to feel powerful and feed his ego.
I'm not going on your property. He already advised me where your property line was.
Okay, but you were on our property earlier.
I did not know about the red line.
So you were trespassing on federal property earlier, you just admitted that.
No, what I'm telling you is that I did not see...
Excuse me, you just admitted that you were on property and he gave you basically the opportunity to leave.
And I did.
Okay, but now you've left our property
Yeah.
after trespassing.
No, I was given a warning. Okay, I see the warning right there.
Yes.
I did not know about this demarcation line, and he even said that most people don't. Okay?
Okay, but on your video you just admitted you were trespassing.
No, I did not say that. I said that I was on a public easement walking right here, okay? And I did not know about this demarcation line is what I'm telling you. Now that I've been given the warning, okay, because it's not self-evident that this is a property line, it doesn't say no trespassing on it, so one would not know about that, and he advised me, okay? And I have no issues staying beyond this line, okay? I have 2 kids. I know how to watch for traffic, dude, okay?
It's not a thing. It really isn't. You're not on federal property.
And I don't want to be on federal property. I have no reason to be on federal property unless you invite me on, which I'm sure you're not, okay? And like I said, nobody knows about this line. He even admitted that. So I have no issue staying beyond this line, okay, on this side.
Yeah.
And that's it.
You're within your rights.
Of course I am.
I got no beef with you. We don't have a beef. We don't have a problem.
I don't either.
I just really don't want you get hit.
I don't think I really.
See how people drive on the
I really don't think you give a dude.
Why? Why would you say that?
Because it's not your. It has nothing to do with you.
The officer was trying to get the auditor to cross a red line so he could issue a trespass order, but the auditor was no novice and knew exactly how to handle the situation.
The law does not indemnify you from the fact that
There are warnings, okay, right there on those signs. That's what I saw. So I'm, okay, assuming that your line, property line, is right there. Okay? This right here, if you want to escalate this, then let's escalate it.
Why would we escalate?
Because you keep bringing up the fact that I admitted that I was on federal property. I am in a public space, in a public area, in a public easement. Okay, you cannot trespass me. No, I'm saying you cannot trespass my video or my eyes from what I could see. If I could see it, I could record it, man. From a public space, 100%. I think you...
If that's your belief, that's your belief.
No, it's not a belief, it's a fact. There's case law backing that up too.
What are we doing?
I don't know.
You want to walk them down?
I'm gonna walk the line and I'm gonna take pictures and video without being oppressed.
Okay.
You're telling me that I can't take videos and pictures. So why are you trying to deter me from taking pictures and video if I'm legally able to do it from this standpoint?
Just a question though.
Yeah.
Because honestly, like...
That's what I'm challenging today.
If I had met you in another circumstance,
Yeah.
I might want to have a beer and kind of understand more of where you're
Can't say I haven't.
Okay. This is New Hampshire. It's kind of a free place, right?
I would hope.
Fair enough, right?
With what I do though?
We live in New Hampshire, you live in New Hampshire.
I didn't say I lived in New Hampshire.
Okay, I made an assumption, but in that there are other places perhaps that are less free than New Hampshire or less free feeling. Why New Hampshire? Like why the provocation in New Hampshire to demonstrate constitutional boundaries and things like that?
Because of the state motto says live free or die, and those rights are being oppressed every single day.
But wouldn't you think that you go to another state which was maybe more oppressive and maybe try to demonstrate those distinctions there than here?
After a while, another officer arrives and teams up with the Space Force security officer in an attempt to violate the man's rights. The situation quickly escalates and becomes heated.
I got called because, you know, had someone called in and said you were recording.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I mean, it says no photos or video allowed.
Yep.
And as long as I'm not on their property, they can't do anything about it.
Absolutely, you're on a public road.
Well, I think they
to their property.
Yeah.
You're allowed to record.
Yeah. And those signs right there, they all say warning, you know, federal property. So I do assume that that is their property line.
Okay.
Right? To not go past that.
Yep, as long as you're not on their property.
The only thing I had a concern with, and I did speak with them, maybe they can kind of help fix it.
Okay.
Okay? Because I was not under the understanding, and this officer right here also said that most people are not under the understanding that this is actually their property line.
Okay, this nice big red line.
Yeah, that doesn't say anything about no trespassing.
Okay.
It doesn't tell me anything.
Okay.
Okay.
I understand where that confusion may be.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, but you know, he did tell me, he's like, look, I don't care what you're doing, as long as you be on that red line. I said, why, what's the red line? He's like, oh, that's a property line. I said, oh, okay, yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
Am I being detained?
I'm just talking with you.
Am I being detained?
You're not being detained right now.
Thank you, sir. Have a good day.
I mean, you're free to leave.
I know that.
Okay.
You are too, though.
I appreciate that. So I'm gonna talk with them and just kind of see what's going on, okay? But you're free to leave.
Sure.
All right.
Free to stay.
You are free to stay. There's nothing stopping you.
So you obviously don't suspect me of any crime being committed, right?
What's that?
You don't suspect me of any crimes being committed, right?
Like I said, I wasn't here when you were over this red line, so at this point in time, I don't have a crime of you.
I don't think that would fly in court, to be honest.
You're entitled to that.
I mean, I have no intentions of going back on the property or onto the property at all.
Do you have any intentions on staying?
Here?
Do you have no intentions on leaving?
Yeah, of course. I don't live here. I don't have a tent pitched. I mean, yeah, well, look at the way you parked, dude.
That's great. So I was just going to remind you where the property line
Yeah,
is.
they already did.
Just so you know if you come over to the...
Yeah, I will be under arrest. Yep.
Okay. As long
I
as
got
we're
it.
on the same page.
I got it.
We're good. Otherwise, record all you want.
Cool, man. I don't know why the f you guys are all out here then. Waste of time. Now I gotta walk in the road because you park like a... No, you are forcing me because I gotta go down that way.
Okay. You can wait a second.
No, I don't think I will. I think you're putting my safety in,
You can also go that way.
No, I can't. That's on federal property. You just told me if I was... Are you trying to bait me onto going on that property? Are you serious? You're a real piece of... It's always the bald ones, huh? Hey, your feelings enforcement officers are now going bye-bye. All set here, yeah. All set, yeah. No, we can't do anything about it. Oh, look like a bunch of yeah.
What a complete waste of taxpayer funds. 10 individuals from various positions stood around, essentially doing nothing, over a man with a camera engaging in constitutionally protected activities. This next officer tried to act above the law only to receive instant karma.
Let's go and remove him from the situation, right? How can we do something for you here?
On January 13th, 2022, First Amendment auditor and YouTuber Free Press NC decided to conduct a First Amendment audit of the public parking lot of the Burlington police station. However, just as he was recording, Officer Delgado came over to confront him.
Tires are mostly in good shape. Can't tell entirely, but they're, generally speaking, they seem to be good tires. Hi! What are you doing? Just checking out my employees. What's up? What's your name, badge number?
Delgado.
Delgado, you have a badge number?
I don't.
Okay.
What's your name?
I'm not gonna give that.
So what are you doing?
Just checking on the Burlington employees and seeing if you guys are doing a great job.
Well,
if you're keeping, yeah.
The cars?
Yeah, I want to make sure you're keeping the officers safe with like good tires and that you're not leaving out.
Well, if this wasn't enough, another cop approached the scene and started to intimidate the auditor into leaving the area. It was shocking to see these law enforcement officers having no clue about public areas.
You said I need to?
Yes, sir. You're actually trespassing unless you actually have something.
You want me to or I need to? It's hard.
Do you have any business back here? This is only police personnel only.
Yeah, you said I need to, so I was asking, do you want me to come talk to her or did I have to? Am I being detained?
Yes, sir. At this point, yes, sir.
Okay, for suspicion of what crime?
Okay, you're walking around taking pictures of police cars and so forth. You don't have any business here.
Is that illegal?
The officers clearly had no clue about the laws, as the auditor was well within his rights to take pictures of the public parking lot. Both of them kept escalating the simple situation.
And your name, badge number?
I don't have a badge number. Sergeant Marsh.
Sergeant Marsh, okay. So you said I'm detained. And I said suspicion of what crime?
What are you doing back?
Suspicion of what crime? What's your RAS?
You need to leave, sir.
What crime have I committed?
You need to leave.
If you'd like to stand on the sidewalk and
He told me I have to come here and I'm detained,
so... I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
You said we need you to come here and you said I'm detained.
Talk to you. So I need to talk to you. If you want to go over there, take on the sidewalk, take pictures, you're more than welcome, but you can't be back here.
So the sign that says public entrance is not a public entrance?
If you have business here.
Yeah.
Do you have business here?
Am I required to answer that question?
Okay, sir. At this point, you're being asked if you want to go over and take pictures.
I know I'm being asked because you don't want to infringe on my rights, which is why you've not ordered me to, but you still have me detained. Are you going to undetain me or am I still detained?
You're not detained.
Okay.
You're more than free, but you need to be on the sidewalk.
I can do what I want. Thanks. It's a public...
Sir, you can go on the sidewalk and take pictures.
You have to stay on the sidewalk.
Where's the sign that says it's authorized personnel only? There's actually a sign in here that says public parking right here.
The auditor was tired of their gimmicks and requested for a supervisor, hoping that he might knock some sense into these cops.
You tell me I'm detained in a public parking lot with no signs, that's bullcrap, back off.
Well, sir, you need to understand.
I don't need to do crap. You detained me for nothing.
Sir, you need to leave the parking lot.
Give me your supervisor.
I am the supervisor.
Give me your supervisor, the LT. This is bullcrap.
I don't want to do it.
Notice I'm not talking to either of you guys this way. I'm not talking to either of you guys this way. I'm talking to him this way.
I understand.
You have no signs that say no trespassing, and it freaking says public entrance. You cannot detain me for videotaping.
Well, why were you all in that car?
I wasn't in a car. If you find evidence of me being in a car, then bring me in and RAS and detain me and we'll talk.
And that's why we started speaking with you, because of that.
You can't detain me to figure out if I committed a crime. You're a freaking sergeant.
Once again, the auditor was making fair points, as the sergeant had no legal grounds to provide his ID. He had not committed a crime and was only exercising his First Amendment rights.
I asked him what he suspected me of, and he said filming.
No, I seen you, and I called my sergeant.
But that's what you need to articulate. You didn't do that until now. He was telling me that I was suspicious because I was filming around vehicles, but he doesn't get to detain me because I'm filming. I don't care how suspicious it looks. You will not get my name. I am not trespassing, and I will not leave. You know, if you guys have signs up that says this is a trespassed area, authorized personnel only. You got gates up. Of course I can't come in.
Well, usually
he's making up laws.
Like I was saying, usually it is. We only allow police cars and people back here, but due to the front lobby, people do come, public citizens.
Right.
They do come back.
Which is why I'm here.
Yeah.
The lieutenant arrived on the scene and took the officer to the cleaners and calmly listened to the auditor.
What's going on, man?
Howdy.
How are you?
I was doing pretty good.
Okay.
Till I met the sergeant. These two folks are incredibly professional.
Good enough.
He hasn't escalated a single thing. She said she had razzed me breaking into a freaking car. She was very polite at first. Once he escalated, she jumped on the bandwagon. But generally, they've been good.
Okay.
He is a train wreck. How you just treated me was a train wreck. I should say that. I don't know you, Sergeant Marsh, so I shouldn't have said that. I apologize. All right?
Basically, I was told by Officer Delgado that he was actually looking at vehicles, possibly breaking into cars. That's why he's here.
He didn't tell me that. He didn't say that's his razz. I said, you got razz, detain me. And he said, you were filming, walking around cars. So
Let's go and remove him from the situation, right?
Okay, all right.
Okay, so moving forward, how can we do something for you here? You can
Allow me to go by
in the back lot.
Thank
you. Know
you.
what I mean? If you need paperwork, tell me what you need. We'll try to get it for you. They're going to close pretty soon.
Understood, yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm good to go. I'm just here to quietly exercise my rights and not be impeded.
Okay.
And not be detained. We good?
More power to you.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks, Lieutenant.
Yes, sir.
Take care.
Be safe.
Peace.
Finally, these officers got caught doing the unthinkable, and the camera didn't miss a thing.
On June 6th, 2016, an Orlando police officer conducted a traffic stop, shining a light directly into a car. The situation took an unexpected turn when the driver turned out to be a former police officer. Bodycam footage captured their conversation, revealing how the officer's demeanor changed dramatically upon discovering the driver's background.
Hello guys, how you doing today?
Good. How you doing?
Good, good, good. Do you want me to stop you today?
No.
The speed limit on Kaylee's 30 miles an hour.
So, you stopped me? I was speeding?
Yes, sir.
When you were coming toward me?
No, sir, I got behind you and pace clocked you at 40 miles an hour.
No, I'm asking because when you were coming toward me, you had shined your light in my face. You were.
Yeah, I visually estimated your speed. That's why I turned around and got behind you and confirmed my visual estimate with the pace clock in my vehicle. Do you have your driver's license?
Yeah, I do. Can you give me my bag right there?
Are there any weapons or anything in the car?
No.
Pretty good to get your bags?
No.
I'm not saying it's against the law to have weapons, I just want to know about
No,
that.
no, I don't have weapons.
Oh, wait.
GPS signal lost.
Where you guys going tonight? Any places fun?
We're dropping off some stuff at one of the local clubs.
Oh, okay.
Illinois?
I'm sorry?
Yeah. Does everyone still live in Illinois?
I do.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you guys were local or tourists or anything like that.
It's in my bag.
Do you have any idea on you?
Where's the bag?
Go and get it for me, please. Thank you.
That's not your wallet?
Where is it on the floor?
Yeah.
It's black?
Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Shining a light directly into a car was extremely dangerous, and it appeared to be a deliberate act by the officer. Upon seeing the dark-skinned driver, it seemed the officer decided to turn around and initiate the stop.
Oh, you did? Yeah. Okay. Do you have your ID on you?
It's in my bag in the trunk. I used to be a police, so I'm just asking why everybody's been asked for the ID. If you stop, I'm just asking why everybody's been
We
asked.
just want to know who we're out with, that's all.
Okay, because I'm used to be a police officer, so I've never had to deal with everybody in the car getting their IDs.
Yeah, we just like to know who we're out with.
If it's just for speeding, that's why I'm trying to see what's going on.
Like I said, we just like to know who we're out with.
Okay, is there something going on in the area?
Not that I'm aware of anything particular, no.
Okay. Because when you were coming toward me, I saw the light. It kind of blinded me, and I thought something was wrong because I saw the light flash in my face.
Well, like I said, I visually estimated your speed. And at that point, I looked to see who was driving. Because let's just say, you know, a car runs from me or whatever, I want to be able to identify the driver. And I got behind you and pace clocked you. And that's why I'm stopping you today.
Okay.
Where were you a police officer?
St. Louis and the city of Atlanta.
St. Louis, Missouri? And then again in Atlanta?
Yeah, I moved, I transferred because I got tired of being in St. Louis. And
What do you mean you transferred?
I transferred, they were paying more.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was making like 38,000. And Atlanta was paying like 45.
Do they take like laterals, like the
Yes.
time for your,
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
What did you do about getting a certificate out of Georgia?
After I resigned, I didn't think about doing it anymore.
No, I mean, like, how did you carry over your certificate?
Oh, well, during the ladder program, they just did the accreditation from St. Louis Police Academy, because you get the same credits as you do with them.
So they have like an equivalency of training kind of thing?
Yeah, I only did like 8 weeks.
Okay, that's what I was asking. I didn't know if they like honored it or whatever.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
As soon as the officer learned that the driver was an ex-cop, his tone completely changed. However, he still couldn't fully accept it and proceeded to ask a series of questions to verify the driver's identity. Despite this, the driver remained incredibly patient, answering all the officer's pointless questions.
I was just curious.
Oh, no problem, no problem.
Just sit tight, guys. As long as your licenses come back valid and stuff.
Okay.
No tickets tonight. I don't want to like enjoy writing tickets or anything.
I understand. I appreciate it.
Just one of those things.
Okay.
All right. Just sit tight for us. Thank you. You're welcome.
That's the driver, right?
Yeah.
What? Yeah, I'm fine with that. Yeah.
Hey guys.
Yep.
You. 22. Thank you. Here's yours. You would pass this to the driver. We're just gonna let you off with a verbal warning.
Okay.
Appreciate everything you guys have done, being cooperative with us. Be safe tonight, okay?
I appreciate it.
Take care.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
I'm a visual person, but I still need a name for the street, because I don't like riding around in comfortable areas and not knowing, looking like I don't know where I'm going. But that was a bull traffic stop.
He announced, "No ticket tonight," pretending to do them a favor, but he only issued a warning since no violation had occurred. Despite this, the officer's attitude remained hostile as he continued to vent his frustration over the failed stop. Such reckless behavior should not be overlooked and demands official scrutiny and accountability. Proper legal actions are essential to ensure that law enforcement maintains high safety standards and upholds public trust. Our next case, where an officer's inflated ego resulted in the unlawful arrest of young boys, showcasing a blatant misuse of authority.
No, you don't know nothing about me. I don't. But so far, I don't like any of it. I don't like you either.
On June 12th, 2023, the Franklin police responded to a disturbance caused by two teenagers at a gas station. Due to the attendant's friendship with Officer Phillips, Officer Brown intervened and, without conducting a proper investigation, unlawfully arrested the boys. It was only later discovered that they were of legal age. This questionable action raises significant concerns about the officer's conduct.
What's going on, dude? What's up? What are you guys doing? Okay. You want to hang out here for a second?
Why?
Because I want to talk to you for a second.
I committed a crime?
Well, I don't know. Where are you coming from?
I don't answer questions.
Huh?
I don't answer questions.
Okay, come here.
Am I being detained?
How old are you?
I don't answer questions.
Okay, come here.
Am I being detained?
Yes, you are.
What crime have I committed?
Sit down.
What crime have I committed?
You as well. Have a seat.
What's going on here? What's going on?
Have a seat. Have a seat. Have a seat.
What's going on?
Have a seat.
What crime have I committed?
Okay, so we're investigating a possible crime at Twice Dailies.
Okay.
Where are you guys coming from?
What's the possible crime?
Okay. 453, I'll take a second. Can you take your hands out of your pockets for me? How old are you?
I don't answer questions.
How old are you?
I don't answer questions.
Cool. Sounds good. We'll wait for my sergeant to show up.
Somewhere to go.
Stop.
I'm always in a hurry. God damn.
Hey, 1, 2, 3, 4. Is it 4?
Congrats, you can count.
3.
I'm glad you
That's a crime Vic.
I'm glad you did.
That's a crime Vic over there. Old one. I got the 4.6 liter. 2 bag.
Why are you handcuffed?
I don't know. I ain't committed no crime.
Why are you being detained?
That's a great question.
What's the issue here?
Well, you tell me. Why we got a call for you guys?
We were just walking. We didn't do nothing.
For what?
This is a public sidewalk. I ain't committed no crime.
We're on public property and we're walking.
For service.
Yeah, but a call doesn't mean nothing. What have you investigated?
Okay, you're not going to tell me how to do my job and my law.
Well, you're not doing it right because I ain't committed no crime.
How old are you? How old are you?
I don't ask questions.
Okay, good for you. Well, when you're an adult, you can talk to me about adult things, but right now...
I'll ask a question.
Okay. It's not a question, it's a statement. You watch way too much TikTok and YouTube, don't you?
What you talking about? Always wrong to know my rights, I guess.
I'm not questioning you, I'm just explaining things, but you're going to be a wise guy. Don't really care.
I guess knowing your rights is being wise.
You asked the question, I tried to answer, but you can be a smart guy a little.
The boys were arrested for refusing to answer questions, which appears to be a clear case of retaliation and bullying tactics. All they did was exercise their Fifth Amendment right to remain silent under the United States Constitution.
Where's your car?
I'll answer questions.
You don't answer questions? How old are you?
I'll answer questions.
Look like juvenile with me, right?
What crime have I committed?
Oh, you're already in handcuffs. Perfect. How old are you?
I'll answer questions.
All right. There you go. Under arrest.
For what?
Suspicion of curfew. Till we can prove who you are.
Suspicion of curfew?
Yeah.
What's that even mean? Suspicion of curfew?
Yeah. You look like you're underage.
So if I told you if I was 21, then it'd be okay.
Then I asked for your ID.
But what crime have we committed?
I just answered
it's
that.
It's not a stop and ID state. Yeah, Tennessee's not a stop and ID. You can't just go to someone and say, oh, you just look a certain way, so we can arrest you.
You have anything sharp on you?
I do not consent to searches or seizures.
I understand that.
All right, well, you're violating my rights right now.
Okay, I understand. You have an ID on you? Okay, good for you. You can answer my juvenile if you're under age of 18.
We're under arrest for being suspicion of...
Under arrest.
There you go.
Under arrest.
We're under arrest for being suspicion of...
Never said under arrest.
Oh.
Did I?
What does it look like to you?
Why are we
am I free to go?
You tell me, street lawyer.
Are we being detained? Yes, we're being detained. We have committed no crimes. Guess we don't live in America no more. It's a pure tyrannical state. You must obey the government. You are not free to walk the streets, sir. What are we doing here, officers? What are we doing here?
We'll let you know. We're the ones that are in charge right now.
That's all I'm asking.
Yeah.
They're just going to detain us now. You're wasting my time. I ain't breaking no law.
Take a seat. Take a seat, man. Let's go. Have a seat next to your friend right here.
Oh,
there you go.
They're getting physical. They're getting physical. Listen.
I'm helping you down.
Sorry, man. I got bad legs.
Okay, I'm helping you down, so...
First, the boys were arrested without any valid reason, and then they were subjected to abuse and mockery. Do parents now need to protect their children from the police as well?
You do realize that while you two guys are screwing around wasting our goddamn time...
I'm not doing nothing. You came up to us. We was minding our own business. I just got off a long shift and I'm trying to go for a walk.
Okay, so go home and stop bothering people because
you're not bothering
you're wasting our time.
Why do you think we're back here?
Well, you're not, because your car is illegally parked on somebody's private property that's closed because you were just in your car. You understand how easy this would have been had you just answered my questions in the first place?
That's the thing, though. I live in America. I don't have to bow down to everything y'all say. I don't got to do whatever you say. I'm a free citizen. I ain't break no laws. I'm a free citizen.
Where are they? I'll go see if they want them trespassed from the store. I'll be right back.
Are we free to go?
Nope. That's why handcuffs are on you.
They violate no rights. I feel as though my rights are being infringed upon.
I don't mean to be rude, but like, do you guys have like medical, psychological problems and like that?
Yeah, I actually have a hiatal hernia. It's severe.
No, like anything that would like actually make you guys act so strange and
I don't know. I just worked a lot, so I like to take walks at night.
Okay.
Get outside, you know, since it's a free country, and I figured I could walk on public roads. I didn't know that'd be an issue.
It is when you commit crimes prior to this, but
what crime though?
Harassment.
Harassing who?
A gas station employee.
When?
Okay.
What evidence do you have?
Okay.
Exactly. That's what I thought.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, they're gonna talk to the clerk right now.
Right? I don't answer questions.
Okay. Well, maybe you should act like you're 20 instead of 12.
Hey, bro. I don't know if like you don't have like the proper authority at home, so like you like pent that up inside, and then you put on a uniform and you walk around.
No,
you don't know nothing about me.
I don't. But so far, I don't like any of it.
I don't like you either.
That's cool.
I wasn't bothering you. You came up on me. I was.
Well, we got a call for service.
Okay, a
based
call
on
don't
your
mean nothing.
description. Yes, it does. Gives us probable cause to detain you.
That's
and maybe you need to do a little
what
research
crime have
before you spout your
You
mouth.
haven't witnessed no crime. I ain't commit no crime. Anyone calling to say anything, that don't mean nothing.
The real crime is that you're wearing mismatched socks and the fact that you two have been rambling here for the last
Nah, the
15
real
minutes.
crime is that you came over here to detain me when I did nothing wrong.
No, the real crime is you're wasting
consent to
everybody's
searches.
time.
You wasted my time. My time more valuable than your time.
It's not, because
you on the clock and you violate my rights.
The public pays for us to service them, and when you two
Yeah, and you're not servicing no one. Who you servicing?
You
Who are you
must pay a lot of
servicing?
tax money working at Costco.
Who are you
Thank you for your
servicing?
service.
It's still tax money. Who are you servicing?
America thanks you for your service at Costco. Okay?
America doesn't thank you for your service. You're a disgrace. I don't work at Costco.
Well, one of you does. Your little name tag right there.
Little name tag. They got it for little, man.
Well, it is little, so.
Hey, bro, that's why that might be what she says to you. But I know what she said to me. You know, people at Costco make like.
What's his name?
What's your boyfriend? What's his name? What's 60 to 100K a year at Costco?
What's that?
You know they make like 60 to 100K a year at Costco if you're there for a while.
Well, money's not the point. The point is that we're here. Like, hear that?
Well, you're talking about that taxpayer money.
They're servicing the public. Fire department's going to a call right now.
Yeah, and you know why no one hates the fire department?
You
Because the fire department
to make adult decisions.
To walk up the side of the walking on the sidewalk is not illegal. Is that not an adult's decision to make? As adults, we don't have the decision to make to walk on the sidewalk.
Deputy Brown was lecturing the young boys on how to behave appropriately, all while mocking them for wearing mismatched socks and a small name tag. The irony is hard to miss.
Do you want them trespassed from here? Okay. If they're harassing y'all, they're up here, they're street lawyers and don't understand why we're getting out with them and why they have to ID themselves, and they just parked at the business back here that's closed. And
yeah, I was in the bathroom. Tyler told me they'd been here for about an hour, so I went over there and I told them they need to get their gas. This isn't a hangout spot. They need to leave. And they started calling unseat names.
fair enough. Figured when I was up here heating up my food, they spend about 5-10 minutes on the candy aisle, so I figured they're either trying to buy beer or trying to buy smokes and weren't old enough.
They weren't getting it.
They look like they're about 16.
They weren't getting it into it.
Alrighty, we'll cut you out of here because we now know that you're not out after curfew, but you are banned from the dailies. You over harassing the clerk. That's the reason we got out with you as well. Because he asked you to leave and you gave him a bunch of lip and stuff like that. Oh, any other questions?
No, sir.
How about you?
Name and badge number?
Phillips, 925.
All right, you have a good night.
All right, you dismissed.
Wishful thinking. Freaking frack. Yeah.
Oh, that looked balls standing here all
Well, we're stuck here with this stupid shit. People actually need our services. Which I tried to tell them 7 times. Yeah. All right.
Dismissed, fellow.
Dismissed.
It's day. Hope you get a job.
Even after being proven wrong, the deputies continued to display unnecessary attitudes and showed no embarrassment over their illegal arrests. It was utterly ridiculous. Such outrageous misconduct and unlawful arrests demand accountability. When officers cross the line with false arrests, they face serious consequences, including charges of false imprisonment, civil rights violations, and misconduct. It's high time these officers face the music for their illegal actions and restore integrity to the force. Some police officers often believe their badges give them authority over everyone, but this next deputy took violence and inhumanity to a whole new extreme.
I'll try to have a seat if you'll let go of me. You don't own me.
On February 26, 2022, Dickinson police responded to an accident involving 65-year-old Michael Skurlock, who had been struck by a pickup truck. During the investigation, the situation escalated when Officer Kinsley pinned Skurlock to the ground, resulting in a severe brain injury for Skurlock.
Show me out on that auto pit.
I said I was.
You all right?
We had a little get together. He's being stubborn about getting checked out, but he said he all right. I'm all right. So we're just.
You all right?
I told him I want to take him
No,
down.
I ain't all right. I need about $1 million, and then I'll be all right.
Well, you ain't getting that, so.
Yeah.
Well, no.
You try to get him. He's always.
You go ahead and get that.
I want to get you down.
I got that. You know, I can put that.
Okay.
Even though it's a complicated son of a.
Yeah. All right. Well, so what do you want to do?
I'm gonna put this in on,
63, he's not injured, no ambulance needed. Can you run Michael Skurlock?
Yeah, I got the tools at the house. You know where I live.
You know, you didn't do that on purpose.
No, sir.
63, did you get my last transmission?
I'll come by.
Stop by the house. You know where I be.
I'm glad that you are somebody I know.
Hey, hold on. Don't go anywhere yet.
What do you mean don't go anywhere yet?
Exactly what the I mean. Don't go anywhere yet.
Hey, what the have I done?
I was.
What?
What happened?
He hit me accidentally.
EMS is not needed.
Looking that way to go, and I was starting to ease out. And the next time I see a flash in front of him, he goes.
I was worrying about flat. Now I ain't worried about a flat. Look at that. It here's the tubes in the tire, and that son of is leaking down. Boom, bang. What's this here? Now, where did you go? All right, am I through?
No.
What have I got to do?
You gotta wait here.
What for? Tell me.
Till we finish our investigation.
Investigation? There ain't.
Matter of fact, have a seat. Have a seat on the curb.
Matter of fact, I was out there laying.
Have a seat on the curb.
You're not listening to me.
Have a seat
That's
on the curb.
That's what you're supposed to do.
Have a seat on the curb.
She hit me. I mean, he hit me, and I thought he saw me.
Skurlock was struck by a pickup truck, yet instead of holding the driver accountable, the officer allowed them to leave and chose to investigate the 65-year-old victim instead. What a tyrant.
I'm gonna look for my stuff, young man.
All right, turn around.
Come on, now wait a minute.
Hey, relax.
What are you doing?
Hey, you're gonna have a seat. Sit down.
I'll try to have a seat if you'll let go of me. You don't hold me.
We need him now.
63, go ahead, roll an ambulance.
Is he out?
Huh?
Is he out? You know his name?
Michael Skurlock, I believe.
Is he drunk?
Huh?
Is he drunk?
I don't know. I tried to get him to sit down because it looked like he was going to walk away. He wouldn't do it, so now I told him, put your hands behind your back and start resisting.
Let me get his information so I can get him out of here. You good holding him? You want some gloves or something?
I mean, I already touched him. I got some gloves.
Despite being hit by a truck, Skurlock was still able to move and talk. However, while searching for his belongings, he was knocked out by the officer and later accused of being drunk, even as he bled from his face. Their actions showed a blatant disregard for the laws they were supposed to uphold.
Come on. You got a car, don't you? A car for what? To get me home. No, I don't have a car to get you home in. Come on.
Mr. Skurlock, you have the right to remain silent. You have the right to a lawyer. You have the right to have a lawyer present at any interview at the place you're going. You have the right to terminate any interview at any time. You don't have to make a statement, but I must warn you, any statement you make can will be used against you. You're charged with public intoxication. I'm going to set a bond of $581. Can you make bond, sir? I take that as a no.
Yeah, I guess.
What are you going to do? What do we do?
Oh, how am I here? You got arrested for public intoxication yesterday. I got beat on this today.
Having signed that, fill that out. If it has any information, we'll go from there.
Man, I ain't got no way out of here.
No, you're getting out.
You're getting out. Sign right here for me. Oh, God. Give me your name on that the best you can. Man, I can't see. Huh? I can't see. Right here. Sign your name best you can. Okay. Yeah, nice.
Back up.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, man. Okay, hey, you're gonna have to be quiet. You have to be quiet by that point. Destiny, come on. I can't come on. The judge is out here. Sit down right there.
The judge and jail attendant were equally culpable as Officer Kinsley. They witnessed the poor man stumble and fall while in custody and did nothing to provide the help he desperately needed. Michael Scurlock's tragic case took a darker turn when he died in December 2022, allegedly from a head injury caused by Officer Kinsley. Despite this, Kinsley was promoted to sergeant. 7 months later, Detective Jesse uncovered 5 cases against Kinsley, leading to a grand jury indictment in February 2024. Kinsley was charged with felony elderly abuse and official oppression for striking Scurlock, denying him medical treatment, and unlawfully detaining him. Although the charges are still pending, this case underscores serious concerns about police accountability.
In this last case, an officer landed himself in hot water after brazenly breaking the law.
Am I under arrest?
You're being detained.
Well, yeah. Why do I have to have cuffs on?
On May 21st, 2022, Rio Arriba County Sheriff James Lujan's downfall began when authorities arrived with a search warrant for his house and iPhone due to his involvement in helping former Española City Councilor Philip Chacon evade the law. The operation quickly soured as Lujan resisted cooperation, turning the search into a dramatic showdown and unraveling his criminal activities.
Morning, sir. Executing search warrant. Sheriff Lujan.
Search warrant for him or?
For the building as well. I have no idea. It's house. But no, just stay here. No, I can't have you enter the scene.
You guys are fucked up, man.
Let's get him on the opposite side of this truck.
Cody?
Let's go on the opposite side.
Why is that? That's messed up.
Sure. That's what I'm saying. Let's get him on the opposite side of this truck.
Well, you got Tabitha over there. I got the press out here taking pictures of me in handcuffs.
Push him around into the doorway. Yeah, push him around into the doorway. At least to the doorway.
Police officers often overstep boundaries during arrests, and in the case of Sheriff James, he couldn't even handle being handcuffed. This incident should have served as a wake-up call for law enforcement to treat others with basic humanity.
Hold on, we have press. Keep him up there.
Come over here, sir.
Keep him up there.
Sheriff,
Let's go.
what are you doing?
Stay out here.
Ah, Jesus. Really? You don't have to. Just stand. Just stand. Just stand.
Put him on the side of the truck. Put him on the outside of the truck.
It hurts.
They're loose, sir. They're loose.
No, they're not loose.
They're not even.
Sheriff, those are loose.
Stick your finger in there. Can you stick your finger in there?
Yes, I can.
Well, they hurt.
Jesus. So, we have 2 search warrants. So, I'm going to read a stipulation.
Can you take these handcuffs off? They hurt. They hurt. Am I under arrest?
You're being detained.
Well, yeah. Why do I have to have cuffs on? They hurt.
We'll take them off in a minute. This won't take long.
You have a search warrant for my iPhone. You got my iPhone. You want a search warrant for the building. You're searching the building. I don't know what you're searching for, though.
I'm going to tell you.
Okay.
You're not letting me explain this. Let me explain. As soon as I find the page.
25 to all units, make sure you guys stay running hot. So on this is signed by a district court judge.
Good.
Okay? Judge Bowman, okay? First judicial.
Okay.
So this search warrant gives me the authorization to seize your phone, okay? Search your phone,
okay?
But it also gives me the authorization. What I'm asking for you to do is unlock your phone, unlock it, give it back to me, and I'm going to remove the security settings. I don't want your passcode. I'm not asking for your passcode. I'm asking you to unlock the phone. For the search warrant, you can read it if you want under number 2.
Lujan believed he was above the law, using his position to help his friend evade the police. His attempt to feign innocence while still flaunting his power was truly outrageous.
I will if I get a chance to talk to my attorney.
It doesn't work like that.
Marty,
this is not a negotiation.
get off.
This is not a negotiation, Sheriff. This is not a negotiation. I'm telling you, the warrant says it right there. You can talk to your attorney when this is all done. When this is all done, you can call your attorney. But right now, we're trying to get you to comply with the warrant. The warrant stipulates exactly what we want. You give us that, we'll get the phone, we're out of here. That's it. What do you want to do, Sheriff?
Right now, I'm under arrest. Because I am under arrest. I am in handcuffs. I'm not free to leave. I'm not free to leave? Am I free to leave?
No.
No. Then, if I'm under arrest, I have a right to an attorney, correct?
You do.
Okay.
And I'm not questioning you.
I'm invoking my right to an attorney right now. Okay. Do you understand that?
So, take him in.
Book me for
Booking. For obstruction. Obstruction.
Booking. I'm not obstructing.
Take him over here to our unit. Take him over here to our unit.
Over here, Sheriff. Over here.
Sure. They're gonna book me.
Really?
Look.
Stop. Just walk. Just walk.
What are you doing? Look. What is it? No, really.
I'm telling you what the warrant stipulates.
I understand that.
I told you what the warrant stipulates. You have every opportunity to cooperate. You want to cooperate, you're going to jail. Have a seat, sir.
Take the whole thing off. No, I haven't been searched. Just take me so we can do it.
I want to make sure you don't have any knives.
I don't have any knives. I don't have any weapons. That's my wallet.
What's this?
My keys to my truck. I don't have any weapons. Okay, I really don't. You took my weapon. As a matter of fact, you left it on the back of my truck over there. If you get somebody to secure it,
We'll
please.
secure everything for you. Have a seat.
Can you move these to the front?
No, sir. Against department policy. Have a seat.
Well, it's tighter than hell. They hurt.
Sheriff, those are very, very loose.
Really?
Step
Nah.
out. Let me see if I can fix it. They're very, very loose.
If it hadn't been for his position as sheriff, the officers would have likely treated him harshly and charged him with obstruction. Instead, they continued to try to persuade him, which was sickening to watch. He shouldn't have been treated like a boss anymore.
Adam 32 to the unit. RE2 is requesting a commander. Huh?
Undersheriff? Chief. That's his mag, and then we're gonna get you his sidearm. Get everything. I don't want part of it. What do you mean everything? Everything. So this is what we took off this person. You're the one that took it off this person. Took it off this person. Deputy Graves.
Well, inventory it before you get it.
We're handing it right over to you.
Inventory it. Okay, you have to get away from me.
What you guys are doing? We're trying to do everything peacefully. We tried to. Okay? That's all we're doing. We're done here. We're leaving.
Okay, well, get out of here then. You're done. Get out.
We'll leave when we're ready.
You said you were done.
Yeah, we're wrapping it up right now. You know how it goes. You know how it goes. We're doing our law enforcement duties. That's it. District court signed it. That's it.
Okay.
Okay, so as soon as we're done, we're going to get out of your hair. Why are you calling everybody here to put them involved?
Our house.
Well, right now it's ours. Right now it's ours.
Oh, wow.
We own the building right now.
Shut up.
Don't talk to me like
go
that.
over there. Shut up.
I don't work for you.
Okay.
Don't talk to me like
Shut
that.
up.
Easy, easy. Get that and let's go. Are we done in there? Are we done in there? Okay. Everybody out? Hey, pull that crime paper out. We're going.
Closed for now.
Rio Arriba Sheriff James Lujan was sentenced to 3 years in prison for aiding a felon and witness intimidation. He assisted an ex-counselor in evading the police following a high-speed chase. Jurors took 5 hours to convict him, and Lujan was immediately jailed after his request for release pending appeal was denied. What legal reforms could help prevent abuse of power by officials like Sheriff Lujan? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss out on our next one. Thanks for watching.